everyone, and welcome to Miss Beth's place. I'm Miss Beth, and this is my kitchen. It's a beautiful Thursday evening. I've been to work today. I got the house all to myself. My husband's gone on another trip down to Florida to a really prestigious bike show at Burke's Barracuda down in, it's actually in Clearwater, Florida. So if y'all have a chance to tune into his station or his YouTube channel, it's Samson V Twin, Harley Davidson Specialist. And if you like bikes and like bike shows, you might be interested in that also. But today I thought, since I have the house all to myself, I would make some bread. And I found a recipe. I was looking for some cheese bread, and I found one. I'm going to try to make a small loaf for y'all because it's just going to be me. And I didn't want to make a big loaf to sit around and go stale. I just gonna make it small enough just for me to eat and snack on through the weekend while he's gone. So today I'm gonna make a double cheese bread. It calls for shredded sharp cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese, but I didn't have any Parmesan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna double up on the cheese. It calls for 3/4 of a cup of milk at 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 teaspoons of butter melted and cooled, 4 teaspoons of sugar, 2/3 teaspoon salt, 1/3 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, a pinch of cayenne pepper, and I've got some pepper flakes instead. I don't have any cayenne. 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, and I'm going to use 2 cups. Now I'm going to add maybe just a little bit more butter to this, and maybe just a tiny bit more milk because I don't want this to be dry. And then it has 2 cups of white bread flour and 3/4 of a teaspoon of bread machine or instant yeast. I've already got all my ingredients out, so I'm going to start. I've got my bread pan here. And I always start with my with my wet ingredients and end with my dry ingredients. That would be my flour and my yeast. So starting out, I've got my milk, and I heated it in the microwave for about a minute. So I'm going to pour that in there. And I like to get it just enough warmth, like if you were bathing a baby in the sink. Not bathing a baby, I'm making bread. 2 teaspoons of butter. I actually have 3 teaspoons because I have a little bit more cheese than I need. So there's my butter. 4 teaspoons of sugar. It's going to help feed my yeast. 2/3 teaspoon of salt. 1/3 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, and a pinch of cayenne, and that's what I got in here. So got some pepper flakes in there instead of cayenne. The humidity is a little high, and my salt don't want to come out. And then I've got a little bit of black pepper, and I added a splash of paprika to substitute for the other. And then let's see, 1 cup of shredded aged sharp cheddar cheese. I got 2 cups. Ooh, this is going to be cheesy. Actually, I think I'm going to put almost all this in there, and I'm going to leave a little bit and sprinkle it on top right before it's done. Don't that sound like a good idea? I'm going to leave just maybe 1/4 of a cup, that much. I'm going to leave just that much. And then 2 cups of white bread flour. Got my bread flour there. I'm going to put that down over there. And then my last ingredient is my yeast. And it says I need 3/4 of a teaspoon of bread machine. And I like machine yeast, and I like to make a little bit of a well there in the middle, little hole, and I like to sprinkle my yeast in that. I don't know why, I just do that. All right, I've got everything except my cheese there. A little bit of cheese to go on top. It says to place the ingredients in your bread machine. Now, I'm making this a 1 pound, 8 slice bread. So, got that, and I'm going to put it down in my bread maker. Now, I don't have a plug-in over here, so what I'm going to do, this is real-time stuff, and I don't do much editing, especially when my husband's out of town. So this is the real deal right here. Got my extension cord. Plug it in. Alrighty. Got that locked down. Now, it says to set the bread machine on a light or medium crust and press start. So I'm going to do the basic white bread, which is on mine, it's soft bread. So it's number 1. So got it on 1. And then the color says to do light. And then for the menu, it's going to be the small. It's going to be small. Hold on. Let's get back to the 1. I want to go back to the loaf. The 500 gram is what it is on mine. So I got it on 500 gram, which is a small 1 pound loaf. I've got it on the number 1, which is soft bread. And then I have it on color. Let's do light. So I've got all my ingredients set. Now all I have to do is press my start button. There it goes. If y'all don't have a bread machine, you should get you one. Now, I haven't ventured out yet to try kneading it and all on my own, but that's my next step. I just started doing all of this, and I really love this bread maker. It's a KBS. I'll link it down below for y'all. Also, I wanted to share this cookbook. I've shared it before, but it's called the No Fuss Bread Machine Cookbook. This is a great cookbook, y'all. There is a 200 plus pages in this book of nothing but bread recipes. Anything and everything. I've probably made about 5 of them so far. And most of those I have videos of. And they all turned out wonderful. Now, I like to watch as my bread machine is making. And when it gets to the mixing point, if it looks a little bit dry, I'll throw in a few extra little, like maybe like a teaspoon of water if it's too dry. And if it's too wet, I might throw in just a little bit of bread flour. But so far, I've kind of gauged it pretty good. So there's my bread maker going. Oh, in case y'all was wondering, y'all like my apron? So me and my husband had our wedding anniversary March 16th, and this is what he brought me. He was out on a trip to get a bike, and he came back from Buc-ee's. They had a Buc-ee's on the way. I think it was around Pensacola or Mobile. And he stopped, and this is what he got me. I told him, I said, you can get me some kind of apron. Well, he brought me this Buc-ee's apron back for our anniversary. Isn't that sweet? So kind. Anyways, this was, in case you was wondering about my apron. It come from Buc-ee's. So, got my bread maker going. It usually takes somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. This is a small loaf. It may not take as long. Not as much to mix up and not as much to cook. But it doesn't really, I don't really know because this is the first time that I've ever made this. It says about 3 hours, so we'll see. So in about 3 hours, I'll come back and I'll show you what my bread looks like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep a watch on it. I've got a little window I can peep in, and I can also just lift this up and see if it's cooking like it's supposed to. So, or kneading like it's supposed to start with. So I'll come back with y'all when I get this ready, okay? Let you see how it's going. Looking good. Doesn't look too dry or too wet. She looks perfect so far. Look, y'all, I added some cheese on top of my bread, and it's got 27 minutes more to cook. Now remember, this is a small loaf of bread. Look how big it is, though. It's as big as almost the others, except the others usually come to the very top or a little over. But doesn't that look good and cheesy? Yummy. 27 more minutes. Okay, everybody. Now, my bread is ready. Ooh-wee! It looks so good. I'm gonna do a unboxing for y'all. Look at that. Oh, Let me get another. Okay. Look at that. You see that? I got lots of cheese in this bread. Let me just tell you. Oh, it's soft. Oh my gosh. This is going to be so good. It's kind of mushy. Look at that. Oh. I might have put too much cheese in it, y'all. Woo! I got kind of carried away. Anyways, it's got cheese on top of it. Man, it's kind of feels kind of wanky. Well, the only way to find out is to cut into it. Let me see if I can find my knife. Here it is. Now, look at that cheesy goodness on there. Woo! It kind of looks like it's sunken in a little bit. Just cut a piece and see. Looks like it's about to deflate on me. Look at that. Here we go. Ooh, look at that cheesiness, goodness. Golly, that is so soft. I mean, it's like, it's not, I don't want to say soggy, but it's like so much moisture in it. Oh my gosh. So moist. So moist and so cheesy. You know, the last few times I made bread with cheese in it, it seems like the cheese just disappeared, like it just disintegrated. But I can taste this. Plus, I put the cheese on top. See all that cheesy goodness there? I don't even think it needs any butter on it. But just in case. I will get some butter. Oh wow. I can really taste the cheese. It's the sharp cheddar in it. Yeah. That's cheese right there. Here's cheese. I'm going to try this. This double cheese bread on page 89 of the Bread Machine Cookbook. No Fuss Bread Machine Cookbook. And if there's something in the recipe that you don't like, just take it out and add something different. As long as you have the right amount of flour and moisture, oil and yeast, you'll do good. I'm so glad y'all came to join me tonight. Y'all try some of this. I'm telling you, this is so good. I didn't eat very much supper, so I could save room for this. And Stevie, if you're watching, there might not be any left when you get back. Me and Melanie might just eat it all. If there's any bread that you would like for me to try, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you think. Oh my god, that's so moist. My teeth are just sinking into it. It's so good. It does look a little deflated, but it's, oh my god, apart from all that cheese. It's not bad. It's really good. I hope y'all try this. You'll love it. Thank y'all for all your comments and all your kind words. And if there's anything, like I said, if there's anything that you want me to try, please let me know. Until then, y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see y'all on the next video. God bless. So yummy. Y'all make it some. I had to pop back on here real quick and put in a disclaimer. My wedding anniversary was not March 16th, it was April the 16th. Oops. Don't tell Stevie. Love y'all. Bye.
Hey, how you doing?